Graves is a jungler that has a fast and safe clear and deals a lot of damage. He's one of the best duelists of all the junglers and has high snowball potential. He can take control of a game. Graves, however, does not have a strong crowd control in his kit. He only has a slow from his W, and he's very skill shot reliant. Graves is a great pick when the enemy jungler is somebody you can invade and your team isn't full AD. If your team already has a bunch of crowd control and a frontliner, this makes him even better. If your team has no magic damage, no frontliner, and little to no CC, Graves is probably not the best pick. For your runes, you want to get your Dark Harvest Keystone and then take Precision as your secondary. This rune page is basically just a way of adding a little bit of extra damage into your kit. For your summoner spells, you want to stay generic here and get Flash and Smite. Flash, basically just the best summoner spell in the game, great offensively and defensively, and Smite you need as a jungler. Graves' passive ability is his Shotgun New Destiny, where he consumes ammunition and has 2 shells. The reload time after these 2 shots scales with his bonus attack speed. He shoots 4 pellets in a cone, and if targets take multiple shots, they will take bonus damage. Critical strikes will instead shoot 6 pellets over a 25% wider cone. Non-champions hit will be knocked back, although not through terrain. Your Q ability is end of the line, and when activated, you'll shoot out a round in the target direction, dealing physical damage to enemies it passes through and leaving behind a powder trail. After 2 seconds or after it collides with terrain, the round will detonate and deal physical damage to enemies within the area. Your W ability is Smoke Screen, and when activated, you'll fire a smoke canister at the target location that deals magic damage and slows by 50% for 0.5 seconds. This will leave a cloud of smoke on the ground for 4 seconds that applies near sight to anybody that is inside. This will greatly reduce the enemy's sight and is very annoying to deal with. Your E ability is Quick Draw, where Graves will dash to the target location, reloading 1 shell and also granting a stack of True Grit. This lasts 4 seconds and can stack up to 8 times. If you dash towards an enemy champion, you will be granted 2 stacks instead. For each stack, Graves will get bonus armor, and as long as you keep using your Quick Draw or attacking the enemy champions, it will refresh the duration. This ability also resets your basic attack timer, so you can attack twice really quickly, and you can also dash over walls. Your ultimate ability is Collateral Damage, where you'll fire a shell in the target direction that deals physical damage and makes you shoot backwards. Once it hits an enemy champion or reaches the end of its range, the shell will explode in a cone to deal reduced damage to additional enemies. It has a very long range and can go over walls. For your skill order, put a point into your ultimate at 6, 11, and 16, and then focus on maxing your Q ability, followed by your E, and then your W. At level 1, I do take a point in my E ability just to help with the jungle clear. For your quick all-in trade combo, you want to open with an auto attack and then quickly W and E to reset your auto attack timer, auto attack again, and then Q auto attack. This will do a huge chunk of damage against the enemy, and they will be in the smoke screen, so fighting back won't be so easy. Combo 2 is basically the same, we just add in your ultimate. Just like before, open with an auto attack and a smoke screen, and then use your ultimate and jump forward with your E ability. Then, just like before, auto attack, Q, auto attack. This is exactly the same as before, but we are adding that ultimate before we E forward, just so we stay towards the enemy. Champions that can't outduel Graves in the early and the mid game are going to be very good matchups for him, but some bad matchups are things like Teemo and Nocturne. These are just going to be champions that do have a chance in the 1v1 or can win 2v2 and 3v3s if there are counter ganks. For your items, you want to start with a Scorch Claw Pup. This jungle item is the best on Graves because when it is fully grown, you will get an extra way of slowing your enemy. For your core build, you want to go for a Yumu's Ghost Blade, a Collector, and a Lord Dominic's Regards. At some point when acquiring the core build, you want to pick up your boots and get either Plated Steel Caps or Merc Treads. Keep in mind if the enemy champions do have healing, you may have to go for Mortal Reminder instead of Lord Dominic's Regards. For items 5 and 6, I usually get Infinity Edge and a Mortal Shield Bow. This will give you your 100% critical strike chance, added damage, and a great defensive shield. You could always go for something like a Bloodthirster, Maw, or Guardian Angel as well. Your early game is going to be all about balancing your farming, which does include counter jungling and your ganking. Graves is a champion that does become pretty insane in the mid game, so you do want to try to get as much farm as possible, but you need to look for opportunities to gank the enemy. Look for enemies that are vulnerable as you're jungling, especially in lanes that do have forms of crowd control for you to follow up on. Also, try to get those first grubs. Grubs are insane. In the mid game, you want to focus on getting as many objectives as possible. If you can manage to get 6 grubs, that really sets your team up for success, but of course you're looking for dragons and towers as well. When you get to the late game, you're basically playing a short range AD carry that does a ton of burst damage. You're definitely more durable because of your true grit, so stay in that mid range and pump the enemy. And that is everything I've got for Jungle Graves. If you guys did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and also consider joining the Discord as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.